Cooking in the kitchen. Okay, how to cook and you don't have that many ingredients. Well, I'm gonna try to make some pancakes. Is it a try or I'm gonna do with less ingredients than what I normally have and that I normally need? Instead of using milk, we're gonna use water. Okay, I'm gonna do 1 cup of flour. Got to open up a new package, and that was gold medal, and so that means that my stock is very, very low. So I was given some flour, so I'm going to try to mix their blend. I usually always use gold medal, but unusual circumstances, I will use other products as well, unnamed brand products. This is Walmart's brand. God forget be it. Pray over this. Anything that they do usually turns into things. So we're gonna pray over the Walmart's products because they always have some kind of recall. So that's 2 cups. Okay, that's 2 cups of flour, and I got, this is my favorite, Glaber Girl. Not to say the other ones don't work, but this is what my mother told me to use brand because it makes a difference. Every brand is different. So this is 1/4. So I'm gonna put 1/4 of baking powder and 1 teaspoon. And I'm gonna go in and blend this because it's very important that your baking powder and flour be well blended. Whether you use 1, 2 teaspoons or 3 teaspoons, if you use 1/4, still want it to be blended because it plays a big significant part on how well your ingredients blend and rise and do what it do. So your dry content, you always want to blend them first. I'm going to put 1 more teaspoon in here because the thing is, I'm limited in products. And so I'm going to put that in here. And so that's 2 1/4 to 2 1/4 of baking powder to 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I've used bread flour as well. That's real good. I use the gold medal bread flour. You know, it's a good product. But today we're using all-purpose and granulated sugar. So the next ingredient, I'm gonna add 1 cup of granulated sugar first. I'm gonna blend well. You want to blend it well because you want to make sure the ingredients are in there real well. This attachment really goes here, but I don't feel like all the flour puffing up. And so I'm going to add 1 more cup of sugar and blend it well. You can use to your likings the sweetening part to make it sweet. And one thing you want to do on your sugars, you want to make sure that if you get humps, that it's able to crush. Because sometimes you get humps and they don't crush. They hard because they either got wet. And so I'm going to blend well. Their humps are usually due to some type of moisture has gotten inside or on it to create that sticking together effect of your sugar. So I'm thinking this is blended well. Should I use this? I've never used this before, so I'm going to try to use this. So I'm going to use water and eggs. I'm using filtered water from my refrigerator rather than the sink. Because here in Dallas or in Texas area, they have unsafe water. So we're gonna put this over here. I'm gonna add 2 eggs rather than 1. I cracked it on the side. I don't have any shells. With practice, you will work. Now you can, with these eggshells, you can save them, let them dry out, crush them up. You can let your dog lick the membranes off of it. It's healthy. And here's the second egg. Perfectly. See, it's soft inside when I say membranes. A lot of times, some dogs, like mine, will lick the insides of the eggshell. But I normally save them for my gardening plants, for soiling, and crush them up. Okay. I'm going to lower this level. I don't have milk, so we're going to substitute it for just regular. I'm going to make sure it's plugged up. Is it plugged up? Did I plug it up? Did I plug it up? Yep, I plugged it up. And see how it's going to the side. So that's why I tap it to make sure the egg consistency ingredients is blended well. I'm going to add 1 cup of water in right now gradually, because you want to measure it as it goes. And another thing that I do is I do use a spatula even when I'm blending. And what I do is I use the spatula to push the ingredients that's on the side in the middle. Because even if I use both utensils, I would do this. The mixing utensils for this thing. The reason is you want to get all your ingredients, because even at the bottom you want to scoot it in, because a lot of times ingredients is not well blended and mixed in the pot. This is something extra that I do. You want to get all your ingredients. So I'm going to run it in. So we really washed it more than blended it. We just washed. Usually I use the other utensils. What you talking about other utensils? Let me see if I can find it. I'm really noisy in the kitchen because if I'm not the one putting up dishes, it will get lost. Well, I do have one. This one right here. This is what I commonly use. It's usually two of them, but I only see one, so there's no telling which drawer. Oh, here they go. I always have extra ones because if something happens to the mixing bowl, I still keep these. I still keep them regardless, because sometimes they can break, bend, and I just naturally keep these utensils even if the blender gives out, and I snap them right on in. So I'm going to use this, but I want you to know that I always go around the sides, push the stuff in to make sure that all the ingredients at the bottom, no matter what I'm making, is mixed thoroughly. Now, even though I have those contents in here, it looks like the batter is already ready. It's sweet to taste. It's real sweet. And the reason I taste a little is I want to make sure that it don't have a floury taste. And sometimes when you're low on ingredients, you can substitute to take out that taste that you don't want in there. The flour taste. You have to add extra ingredients. So even though I'm making pancakes, I'm still going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to give it a flavor. And then I'm going to lower this, and I'm going to use the regular blender to make sure that it's blended thoroughly. So remember, pancake ingredients and can be used for making waffles as well as pancakes. So never forget that same batter, just the consistency, how thick you add the fluids. Even though I only use 1 cup of water, but it just depends on how thick you want your pancakes, how thin or medium size, how fluffy. That counts. You rise it slowly coming up to allow the batter to splatter on the inside the bowl. So you can have less batter on the utensils. So you can have less batter on the utensils. Then I usually just pop them out and soak them in water. I rinse these utensils off and let them dry. for the next term of measurement. So I did not need 2 cups of water. So why do I rock the bowl back and forth? I rock the back and forth to make sure that all the ingredients is mixed up and I have all of my ingredients in it. You don't supposed to have extra ingredients left on the outside, because the purpose of you measuring it is to make the right size quantity. So as you can see, this is pancake batter. The question is, well, can you save it? You have up to a limited time to keep sealed, closed, pre-mixed batter. But what will occur if you leave it in there, the ingredients will begin to separate. And if you leave it open without a lid, it will spoil. Remember, the eggs are in there, so you want to cook it to eat same day. But if you want to cook it for 2 or 3, make it 2 to 3 days, just make sure it's well sealed, and you go back and you remix the batter. Now, what do you do when you have run out of oil? Well, what I do when I run out of oil, I'm looking for one of the utensils that I know, that I had, that I've seen, and that I'm still looking for, because I'm going to need it. Oh, here we go. I need my spatula. Well, I have a cast iron. Cast irons, if you're taking care of them properly, usually when I cook something greasy or oily, it's always the cast iron that I use. So using a cast iron will help you be able to use it for when you run out of butter, oil. You can use that cast iron because it's already pre-coated. No matter what type of oil it is, you have already pre-coated it with on the cast iron. So I have pre-coated cast iron because I had cooked some oily. And so the only thing I have to do, what I usually do, is make sure that it stay moist. And I can use the same cast iron to cook my pancakes. But what I want to do is rinse out some of this oil that's in here with hot water, but it's still going to maintain what I need. Hello, hot water, hot water, hot water. My hot water usually don't take that long to get hot. See, it's already warm. So I'm going to do this to rinse some of the oil, thickness of that oil off. Because I don't want my pancakes to absorb all that oil. And I'm going to clean it again. And I'm going to recoat it with the oil that I already had. Because, you know, even if you have stuff sit out, sometimes it can rust. So you don't want the pancakes to taste rusty in a cast iron. This is called Operation Improvise. I'm going to heat my skillet up. Why does? You say, you don't have no butter, you don't have no oil. Can you still bake those pancakes? Well, we're going to see. We will see if I can do it on a limited ingredients pancakes. Will I be able to get the job done? Because it really doesn't require that much oil. It's just about the settings of your heating of the skillet. That has a lot to do with it. You can have your skillet up too high, and it can cook your pancakes too fast. So you want to make sure that everything is perfect on the perfect settings. So you thought I couldn't make any pancakes. Well, you said, well, we don't know yet. You hadn't actually made them yet. We see the batter, But we don't know if them they better gonna come out to be some pancakes. I'm gonna put make one nice size one. We're gonna use this as a tester. The taste tastes perfect. There's so many ingredients on how to make pancakes, so there's really no right or wrong way, unless you just actually leave out some major ingredients. That's the only way that you really need to understand. So I'm all in this skillet right now with some leftover oil that I had cooked. I don't know what I had cooked, but it produced all fat, basically. That's all it is. Grease is nothing but fat. People used to use lard. I don't know why y'all trying to act like it's something wrong. I'm coating the skillet. I'm just coating the skillet with oil. Now I'm going to turn this eye down. I'm going to use the eyes for teachable moments. It's easier for me to navigate with and show and tell. Y'all see, this is the pancake batter. I already scooped some in here. So I'm going to pour this in here. And let's see if it actually works. Can I actually make a pancake? Let's watch it. See them bubbles? The more bubbles, the better it is. When you're doing pancakes, you want to make sure bubbles are all at the top. You want them to you want them to be all over as much as possible. Now, some people like light brown pancakes, some people like medium brown, some people like dark pancakes as the basis of it. So the longer you're living in, the bottom gets browner. So with time, you can practice and learn how long to let it sit to obtain the color that you want your pancakes to be. Let's see. Y'all see the bubbles? So is it going to be a pancake or a flop? We really don't know. Now, I really improvise. Not having the ingredients that most people use is milk. You can use milk or water. The other thing I improvised with, I didn't have butter or oil. So I had some fat off some meat. And you know how it stays in the skillet. So I took the white fat and used it as a coating. Now I don't want my pancake to burn while I'm talking, y'all. Seems like I ain't let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Sometimes it is a pancake. I wanted to cover some things about when they're flop pancakes. You can still make them out of something. You can fold them over and you can cook the part that's not cooked. And you can make them like a little griddle and top it with type of preserves or strawberries or blueberries in a syrupy and it's a hit. You can fix it up, add Cool Whip and everything. When you have floppy pancakes, that when you flip them over, half of it's cooked, half of it's not. And the reason why it does that is because the leveling of the heat did not distribute throughout the skillet. So when you get ready to scoop it under, some of the batter may run off because it's not cooked thoroughly. And so when you flip it, it's still not done on both sides, and so that side becomes undone. So my suggestion is you can go on and cook it, flip it over into the side that is not done till you get it evenly distributed, cooked. Even though it's a messy pancakes, what you can do is still leave it in there. You can put a little flat bowl or a plate, top it with strawberries, some type of fruit that you like, or you can just top it with chocolate, put chocolate syrup on it. You put Cool Whip, whatever your favorite toppings for pancakes. It's like a messy griddle, but it's still yummy and delicious, because if your batter is right, it doesn't make a difference how sloppy the pancake is. It's going to be hit on how you present it. And I just wanted to cover that because a lot of people don't know, well, why my pancake don't come out right? Sometimes it's the utensils you use. Sometimes it's the skillet. Sometimes skillets don't absorb the heat, absorb the oil so fast. And so that the side that is cooking get overcooked and leave the other batter uncooked because the heat is not hot on the side or throughout the skillet. So bad pancakes can come out to be delicious and yummy pancakes. It's all about completing the process and cooking it. Even if it's messy, you can make it a beautiful masterpiece. That's pretty good. No, that pancake good. Tell me how it tastes.
Tastes good.
The pancakes,
Pancake too.
how they taste?
Pancake tastes good. Homemade pancake.